Don't do it!
He's right, you have to help him!
I know that! What the hell are we gonna do? That girl knew about the weak spot on this thing's arm? Annoying little gnat. You're the girl from earlier.
No time, run!
Look out! Tavia! Is she alright? I caught her. She's gonna be just fine. Okay, good! Now back away! Don't waste your time trying to fight back! Hey, get real, man. We can't just keep running. You know what'll happen if you use that rifle, don't you? Fine, we'll do it your way. I'll make sure she gets somewhere safe.
Now's the time to run.
I'm counting on you, Havia! Don't you go kicking the bucket on me, you crazy chivalrous idiot! We're having trouble communicating with Unit Indigo Plasma.
And we still haven't made contact with the 2 infantry units we sent in?
It's been 2 hours since they were scheduled to check in, ma'am. It's not a good sign.
I don't care if the TV station is calling! I'm already in full makeup here, you clowns!
No.
Doesn't matter, I can't find what I came here for! I don't care!
We have an incoming signal! Unit 1 or Unit 2? It isn't one of ours, Major, and it's not in our database of previously registered codes. So who's calling?
He isn't shooting.
It's a model made for mining, and I doubt it has any weapons.
Just so I know we're on the same page, if you had to guess, who would you say is in this powered suit chasing us?
Considering the timing of the attack, the most rational line of thought would lead us to the infiltrator.
Right. It's time to make that traitor pay. Let's give him everything he deserves. You're on foot, and I'm in a machine. Your stamina will run out soon enough. You really think you can get away?
So, how far down were you planning to run?
Far enough so that Havia and the others won't get caught in the blast when I blow this bastard apart!
But these tunnels will constrict the shockwave, making it travel farther!
If we're clever, we should be able to mitigate the effect. After all, I only need a small amount. Ah!
Well, that's one way to do it.
Get down! What the? Have a time delayed blast! My treat! How's that? That thing's tougher than I thought.
Run now, ponder later.
Yes, ma'am.
That level of explosives won't get the job done. Increase the amount next time.
No can do. If we increase the amount, the force of the blast will bury us alive. I'm losing interest in our game of tag. Let's play a little baseball next.
Look out!
Ah! Charlotte!
Damn it all.
Are you okay? Here, you can lean on me.
Just go on without me. I'm holding you back. There's a chance you can escape.
I would never.
No, just save yourself.
That's enough. Now shut up and hear me out. Do you know about the first object? It was developed by a small island nation in Far East Asia.
What are you talking about?
As an aspiring object designer, I respect what they did. I even learned what I could about their language and culture. But they have one expression I never cared for.
Enlighten me. I'm not well versed in East Asian idioms.
Rare beauties die young.
Bet you say that to all the girls you rescue.
No need to be like that. Now, let's get back to the me risking my life to save you thing. What's this place?
Unless I'm mistaken, this area is for sorting the ore after it's been extracted.
I think we should hide.
Agreed. It's only be a matter of time before he finds us.
Just stay out of sight.
Come back! I imagine he has some kind of plan in mind. But what?
If this mine is what we think it is, there has to be one.
We're running out of time, Quinther.
Here we go. Yes, I've got you.
It's been fun, but I'm tired of this game of hide and seek.
They've been using that powered suit model to mine something very special. But as a spy, I guess you knew that already.
Found you!
This time, it's no ordinary bomb. It's more like a claymore with the world's hardest ore. You should see yourself. Sparkling there like a giant evil disco ball. And you're welcome. I gave you the most extravagant funeral makeup of all time.
Look, it's the surface.
Once we're out, you think we can signal them with this thing?
No, it isn't a laser pointer. It's an IR jamming device.
That's totally misleading.
You know, you can be mistaken from time to time.
Believe it or not, I've never thought of myself as a know-it-all.
That light!
It's from a coil gun! All right, we've got a contact for Laisha.
But we're too far away to transmit.
Not if we piggyback our signal off an object's antenna.
An outside source is transmitting through my antenna. Quinther!
It's getting to the point where I'll have to say object designing is merely a hobby, because what I really do is survive against all odds. Give me a sit rep.
The enemy object keeps hopping all over the place. I'm having a hard time catching it.
Those air cushion types have a distinct mobility advantage. With your objects, we have to switch out parts every single time. And that's a headache.
But its speed isn't much of a selling point to me. If we were to exchange fire under normal circumstances, my object would have defeated theirs already.
The Intelligence Union's rush model was also agile. They used caterpillar tracks in conjunction with the object's main air cushions for high-speed mobility.
The rush? Why did you have to bring up that horrible woman?
Are you all right?
Just a scratch.
I want to help you, but I need info. Have you noticed any particular quirks while fighting it? Maybe some part it tries to protect.
It does seem to have a more delicate suspension system. Whenever I aim for its feet, it always jumps out of the way of the blast.
If that's the case, we've got to find a way to make sure our attacks on its legs can get through. It spotted me!
Hit the deck!
It missed me? Of course! The sabotage program! Must have been Havia. You know I've got your back, but you owe me big time.
I can't believe we did it! You've been a big help acting as our guide. You can't hit me. It changed course. Now it's headed for...
way? And I might have found the Achilles heel we were looking for. I've got an idea.
Dirty coward. Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
That's it.
Be serious! That rifle won't be any good against an object!
Air cushions work by compressing the surrounding air. That means having a greater surface area is more efficient. There's only one reason to forego that kind of advantage. It has to do with the terrain's ruggedness. It has to distribute the air output in suspension to match the varying topography, or else it can't neutralize its own weight. Which means we simply have to target the infrared sensor that detects the evenness of the terrain. Give it a shot!
Roger that.
That worked! It's all over now. We did it!
Point 1. Glad to see you're still alive. But I'm afraid your lucky streak might be at an end. You need to get out of there immediately. There are those who draw out the war between the Faith Organization and ourselves, forcing us to commit more assets to this senseless conflict. To achieve that, they're planning the wholesale massacre of the civilians working in the mine.
Take a deep breath, Major. It's gonna be fine. The enemy object has already been rendered inoperative. Now time to close up shop and head home.
That object you rendered inoperative. It was the wing balancer, wasn't it?
Huh? Well, yeah.
Then we still have one more object to contend with.
One more.
But there's only one other unit on the field of battle.
You mean it's ours?
That's right. Someone has an interest in continuing this war. The wing balancer was just the beginning.
There are those who profit from the horrors of war, friend and foe alike. Nutsray wasn't an enemy spy. He was one of our own. An operative dispatched by a hostile faction within our kingdom. All for greed. There's no justice in war. Only survival.
Point 1. Do you copy? Point 1. If you hear me, please report in.
We're still alive somehow. But the mine...
Rest easy. All the civilians were evacuated from the mine.
What?
I thought you'd heard. The Faith Organization had originally intended to build a submarine base. There was a squadron of subs left over from that abandoned project. The anti-war miners boarded them and made their escape.
Wait, how do you know?
It was rather easy, actually. The anti-war group got a hold of one of our radios and established communication.
Communication? Even though our countries are at war?
It was all a gamble, but they were willing to at least listen to what I had to say. And they told us about the extra facilities at their disposal within the mine.
That's great. So they're all still alive. Great news.
We were able to contact Havia and Neonray as well. They reported that they had one worker under their protection. So that means there were 0 civilian casualties.
Then...
we saved the day. We found it in ourselves to trust the word of others, and emerged victorious.
Still alive and kicking, I see.
somehow, yeah.
So, did you hear?
The Indigo Plasma isn't alone. The 24th Maintenance Battalion is with him. They made an official statement on their position. The Council and the Royal Congress are still bickering over how to handle things. But one thing's absolutely certain. Our next fight will be against our countrymen.
It's sad, but it's true. Reminds me of what happened with Counselor Flyde in Oceania.
Speak of the devil, I hear that old creep escaped. The things are tough when you've been frozen out of all your assets.
That sounds pretty rough. A cardboard house at his age.
How can the two of you act so blasé about everything that's happening?
The old bastard tried to kill us.
Yeah, screw that wrinkled fart bag.
I'm talking about the Indigo Plasma! This means we're headed for a civil war, doesn't it?
And what is it that we're fighting for exactly?
One thing's for sure, we're not fighting for peace or justice. I'm the successor to a noble house, and you're studying to become a licensed object designer. So nothing's really changed for us. We know our next fight is going to be against the Indigo Plasma. So what? We'll just use it as another stepping stone to the top.
Hey, you kids! If you got time to stand around, we could use some help. You think fighting in one battle's enough to earn pay time off?
Just my luck. Wish I'd been the one to lend the sexy class president chick a shoulder.
First come, first served, bud.
Laugh it up, big shot. You're coming with me. If I'm gonna have to do a lot of manual labor, I at least want a cute girl to witness my masculine prowess and muscular physique.
What? Cute girl? Me? I swear, I'm not cut out for this kind of detail. Being a black uniform specializing in oversight never prepared me for this.
You're telling me. I'm just a poor student abroad on deployment.
But in the end, it was all worth it. Because I'm now fully confident you're not related to that other matter.
The what?
It's a need-to-know basis thing. I'm convinced that you two aren't working for someone else's agenda. You're just doing whatever you can to save friendlies in need of rescue. Before, too.
Before too, what?
To tell you the truth, I've been a big fan of yours for some time. There's a bar that I'm a regular at, and all of us are so proud of you. The bartender even creates a new cocktail each time you defeat an object. So I've kept an eye on what you've been doing.
I choose to be flattered by your attention.
What's that? You moron! Did you know I've been trained to strangle a full-size man with one arm around his neck?
Stop it, please! When you squeeze me tight like this, your boob pushes right into my face! Not that I'm complaining, you understand. Also, I may or may not have a slight thing for armpits and sexy, authoritative women. I thought you might like to know since I'm cataloging this away for later.
After all the blood I lost, struggling with you isn't worth it.
We'll chalk it up as a one-time pass.
Can't be helped, right? Officially, I don't have the authority to dole out punishment to civilian personnel, so this will stay our little secret.
Why the hell are we getting sent back now?
We're a small production company and we're short-handed. Now rest. We have a couple hours before we land and have to start broadcasting again.
I went where I thought he'd be, but he wasn't there. Quit there, you thoughtless jerk! You can't avoid me forever!